Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's virtual wedding show where we're looking at suppliers that cover the whole area and a little bit further afield. We've got 9 suppliers lined up to present to you today. All of them bar one are coming to you live through Facebook, which means you can ask your comments and questions live in the comment section and they will get back to you in the video or shortly afterwards. So, of course, this is the closest thing you can get to a wedding fair at the moment, so please tag your family and friends that are getting married and get them to watch this video. Guys, we're kicking off with Alicia, the violinist, today. Please show lots and lots of love and support. Alicia, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. I am professional violinist and today I opened the show. I'm thankful for inviting me again. Open show with my most valuable diamond. This is my, electric violin, the most beautiful violin in the world. I'm a musician and everything I do in my life, I just breathe music. My own music, many covers, classical music. I play also acoustic violin as well. What I want to say today, I'm a bit in some weird mood, I would say. I was thinking that we have spent all year closed in our houses and we are like in a zoo. But I believe that these lives watching not only newlyweds to be, but suppliers as well. So I want to invite all suppliers to contact Wedding Fayres Yorkshire because they really help us to survive in this difficult time. We do not have many weddings at the moment. We do not perform. We do not creating something nice, and but we need to stay tuned all the time, especially on social media at these difficult days. So contact Wedding Fayres Yorkshire team. They will help you. They will promote you, and when everything gonna come back, you will be on the top in the business. Okay, so about my services, everything you can find on my official website or my page, aliciaviolin.co.uk. I do many kind of events. I have all sound system, the good quality system. I have more than 400 different kind of tunes. I work very hard for everything. I can do any cover you want. So today I just want to play you 3 tunes which are absolutely different. One is classical, another one old music. I mean old from 80s, 90s, and one very popular and very nowadays tune. Okay, so let's start from the Piazzolla Libertango. If we translate liber, the word means freedom. So tango of the freedom. I really hope that very soon we all will be free and the amazing, beautiful things gonna come back and we will be able to live normal life. This tango, by the way, I played when I was in school many years ago, and I started to love this tune very long time ago, and still so okay, I'll tell you, it's roughly 25 years. All these years this tango is with me. I love it each day more and more because it's really beautiful, very strict, very passionable, very I would say tasty music. Really love it. Okay, another thing, another tune which I want to play for my friend, you know. This is the best tune in the world. I completely agree with everybody who thinks the same. absolutely beautiful music. Nothing else matters by Metallica. So very meaningful words for today. Nothing else matters. Just stay tuned. Do what your hearts want to do, and that's it. Not hearts, one heart. Sorry, English not my native language, so everybody knows it. Okay, next song. I'm a bit now nervous. After Metallica, I become always the music, there is very big tension in that tune, so I need a bit calm down. Okay, another tune I would like to play for you is popular song, very popular nowadays, and I had many requests to play during the weddings this song. A very popular singer. I believe everybody recognizes Ariana Grande, The Way. So if you ask me which song I prefer, obviously I prefer Metallica. You saw how I was playing. But I love new music as well. And just let you know that I play many songs and completely different style. And all music I do during the weddings and any other events, I play live as I did it now. No pre-recordings, no recorded tracks, and only showing that I'm playing. No, everything I do live. Also, I have the wireless mics, and I can walk around your guests, show them that where is the camera, that everything I do with my fingers. So that is nice. Okay, thank you for being with me. Enjoy the wedding fair and see you next Sunday. Bye.
Hello, I'm Julie from Julie's Cake in a Box. I'm based in Beverley in East Yorkshire. I just want to check that you can hear me okay, because I don't know if it says that my microphone's muted. So I'm hoping, unless I hear any different, I'll assume that you can hear me. I just want to say a big thank you, first of all, to Fayres Yorkshire for putting this event on today and allowing me to come and speak to you about my cakes. As you can see from the cakes behind me, I tend to have more of a novelty style to the cakes that I make, as opposed to the traditional wedding cake that you may think, kind of the 3 white tiers. Oh, fabulous, thanks, Elena. Yeah, like the three-tiered white wedding cakes with the sugar flowers coming down. My style tends to be a little bit different. I'll go through a few of these with you in a moment. I just want to start by answering a few questions that I get asked most oftenly. If anybody has any other questions, please do ask, and hopefully I will see them pop up on the screen to answer. If I don't answer them while I'm talking here, I will come on and have a look at the comments later, or you can pop a message over to me directly. So one of the first questions I get asked quite often is, what size cake do I need? This is really kind of relevant at the moment as well, obviously with the smaller weddings taking place due to the coronavirus restrictions and what have you. So it's kind of, there's a few different ways you can tackle it really. You can think about how many guests you've got coming and use that to determine the size. Another thing you can think, if you're having quite a small intimate wedding, or perhaps you're serving the cake later and not as a dessert, so you don't want quite so many servings, you can also look at making up some of the tiers of your cake. If you want a larger cake, making some of the tiers up with polystyrene dummy cakes as well. So it gives you the kind of large wow factor to your cake, but without having as many servings of cake if you don't want them. So again, it's kind of, as a rough idea, a three-tiered cake such as this one here, which is a 10, an 8 and a 6-inch round cake, that would give you around 75 servings. That's based on kind of a fairly reasonably sized slice, 2 by 1 inches, which doesn't sound very big, but because the tiers are quite tall, they're about 5 inches in depth, it is actually quite a decent chunk. So if you're not serving your cake as the actual dessert for the meal, you could always think about making the serving slightly smaller, so then it would actually serve more guests as well. So as I say, a few things for you to think about there with the sizes. Another question I get asked quite often is, what flavours do I do? Now, most of my wedding cakes tend to be sponge cakes. Don't get asked for fruit cakes very often these days. I will do fruit cakes, but it's just at the moment people always seem to want the sponge cakes. So flavours, there's so much choice. My current kind of top flavours that wedding couples are asking for are the good old traditional vanilla, lemon and chocolate. They're always staple flavours, they're always asked for. Some of the newer flavours that they're asking for as well is salted caramel. That's really lovely. Cherry bakewell is one of my other new favourites. White chocolate and raspberry, red velvet, carrot cake. As I said, the list is absolutely endless. And that's something that we can think about if you come and see me for a consultation for a wedding cake, or we can discuss it via email, via telephone, Zoom chats, all kinds of different ways that we can look at those for you. If you do come and have a consultation with me, I do provide samples for you to taste. At the moment, obviously with the restrictions and things like that, after lockdown, hopefully I will be able to do the consultations again. But in the meantime, I can do them via Zoom. When you do come, as I say, you can have the samples. I tend to get you to take them away with you as well at the moment, rather than you eating them on the premises. And as well, it's nice for you to actually take them home, taste them, have a cup of tea with them, a cup of coffee, in a more relaxed way, to have a chat about them. So to be honest, I do tend to send the flavours home with you anyway. And because I'm based in Beverley and this is a local wedding fair, you can actually come and collect the samples if you would like. Nicole's asking, can you have different flavoured cakes for every level? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. The most popular thing is to have a different flavour for each of the tiers of your cake. So we think about the most popular flavour, or the one that you like the most, as the bottom tier, and then maybe some different ones for the other tiers as well. So yeah, absolutely, different flavour for each tier is not a problem at all. Prices, again, is something that I get asked a lot. It varies hugely. It depends on the size, it depends on the style. Obviously, a simpler designed cake will not cost as much as something with huge amounts of detail like these ones. So something, just to give you a rough idea, something like this kind of size, with this level of detail, it's got, I'll just turn it around there. So this is a reveal cake, and so at the top we've got a nice ruffled tier with the plain icing, It was done on a Hull City theme, nice and local, before they actually got relegated down into the next division, but we don't talk about that. So again, the ribbons just give you a hint of what's behind, and then when you turn around, obviously you've got the Hull City theme and the football detail on the top. So something of that size and detail, you're talking around £350 to £400, depending. If you're going for the ruffle detail at the front, that would add on, so it would be more 400 because of the amount of time that takes. But we can look at other options as well. So again, as you can see, my styles are a little bit different. They're really good for theming to your venue. So if you're getting married somewhere quite rustic, maybe a barn, something like the woodland style would be really nice. I'll just pop that across so you can. Oh, 1 second, on my back to you there, apologies. Yeah, bring it a little bit closer. So you can see it's got like the carved wood effect. We can do different tree styles. This particular one is a more cute and whimsical theme with the little woodland creatures, but we could look at doing a bride and groom, or a wedding couple on the top there, or the very popular wooden cake toppers that you can get with your names on and the date. So it doesn't have to be exactly like this. We can adapt designs as we go along. And as you can see, it looks really effective. I don't need to pick that up on there, but on the wooden log base, and that really lends itself well to the rustic style venues. I've had a question to say, do I do gluten-free cakes? Gluten-free, I can use gluten-free ingredients in my cakes, but I cannot guarantee that they are free from, purely because the kitchen that I work in handles products with gluten in, and for food safety and hygiene reasons, the amount of particles that are allowed to be present in a gluten-free cake to class it as gluten-free are absolutely minuscule. So I would always tend to say err on the side of caution. If you're wanting a gluten-free cake because of a very mild intolerance or because of a diet choice, absolutely not a problem at all. Excuse me. If you're looking for a gluten-free cake because you are celiac or because you've got a very high intolerance to gluten, I would definitely recommend that you choose a gluten-free specialist, because their kitchens are have no gluten products in whatsoever. So Brian, yes, I can make cake toppers that look like you and your partner. Absolutely not a problem. It wouldn't be an identical, but it would be a likeness with like your hair and that kind of thing. So yes, I can do that. That's no problem. Another thing we can look at is something that's completely different, like with the steampunk cakes, those kinds of styles, Gothic styles, anything really, anything that injects your personality into your cake, your likes, your interests. I've done cakes with couples on the top in their football kits, gym equipment, gym gear. We've had, I had a bride that wanted a unicorn cake, so we ended up adding a little unicorn in the bottom tier, just things like that, even if it's just small details that just add your little bit of sparkle and to make your cake different to everybody else's, rather than just the standard 3-tiered cake with sugar flowers. As I say, I have nothing against sugar flowers, that sounds really awful. Nothing against them, and I do make them, but sometimes it's nice just to incorporate something a little bit different to really personalise your day. Another thing I can do as well, grab these, I do wedding favours as well, so like little cookies. Now these ones actually are Christmas ones, so I'm not suggesting you have these for your wedding, but just to give you an example to show you just the little favours. They come sealed in the plastic cellophane packaging, so they're kept nice and fresh, so your guests can eat them on the day or they can take them home with them. They're really nice, particularly with a themed cake. I did have some of the steampunk wedding cake. We had some like cogs and things going on the cookies, which was really nice. So I've rabbited on. If you want to get hold of me, my website is juliescakeinAbox.co.uk. I'm in Beverley, but I do travel all over the East Yorkshire. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram under Julie's Cake in a Box. The penguins are cute, Alana. I've actually, obviously with this being a Beverley and Hull based fair, I'm actually doing these cookies and some cupcakes as well. They're all available to buy on my website to pre-order for Christmas. So if anybody in the area is looking, they are for collection from Beverley, so it needs to be local orders. But they're display base for the cake. I do have 1 or 2 cake stands that I do have the log stand here, and I have some glass ones. And also, if you're looking for cupcake towers, I do have a cupcake tower stand that I can hire out. Quite often venues have them as well, but that is something that we can look into. The cookies, if they're for wedding favour cookies, they are they start at around £2, £2.50 each, depending on the design and what level of personalisation. These ones, if you're inquiring for the Christmas ones, they're in sets of 4 for £8 on the website. So thank you ever so much again. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to get hold of me via my website, on my Facebook page or whatever. And thank you ever so much, Wedding Fayres Yorkshire.
Hi guys,
Hello.
here is Stefano and Federica of Stefano Cavallini Photography. We are an Italian couple based in Cottingham, specialized in wedding photography. We have been running this business since 2016, and through these years we have been lucky to travel around England, photographing different kind of wedding, from the largest ones with over 250 guests till the smallest ones we had in October last month with only 4 people.
Yeah, COVID, unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah, but every wedding is unique, every wedding is different. So, but the only thing that remains the same is our effort and our passion we put into it.
Yeah, so today we are very relaxed. We're here in our slippers, and so if you hear noises, we got our little daughter in the swing chair here, and the dog on the other side. So of course we are all like stuck inside. So we try our best. Hopefully she won't stop crying. So we got some photos on as the background. We try to like recreate a bit of the like STEM type of thing with that. So what we thought to do today is to give you some ideas of how the wedding photography, wedding booking, the wedding photographer, all that kind of thing goes. Because we always have questions about how do we book you, how what now we book, what happens, how do we look into things, do we need to pay for this? So we try to like tell you what we do, and of course it's a sort of a general process, but we like to do things in a certain way. So first of all, we want to tell you a couple of things on how we work in general, and then we'll go through a bit of the detailed process. So on our logo, you can't see probably, we got some keywords which are like fun, spontaneity, and uniqueness. So we like to personalize everything so that to give you that uniqueness, but also we want to bring the uniqueness we got out. So we think that if you have fun, then you are spontaneous, and therefore then you are unique in everything that you do. So we try to be as friendly as possible. We want to be part of your day, and we want you to be very relaxed, because that's the best way of like, of course, enjoying your wedding, because you won't think about the photographer on your wedding day. But also,
some guys very much.
but also if we are there as part of the day and not just like, oh, the photographer is there, we're boring. That needs a lot better. So if you look at our reviews online, the thing that is written the most is like, oh, they are so friendly. It was like having a friend, member of our family there. So that's important, because if you feel relaxed, as you say, then everything rolls out a lot better. Then that's why we do things in a certain way. On the wedding day, we like to follow what happens. Of course, there's a lot of things already going on. We don't need to put anything else in. And we usually know what's going on because you tell us before the day. But also you need to use our professional skills to have like those like great photos that you put on the wall after your weddings, like you two as a couple. And how much you want to spend on is entirely up to you. We don't want you to be bored at the end of the day. We just want you to have some good photos. So some couples had like 5 minutes, others had like 2 hours. Some did not have any at all. So it's really up to you. So say that. How the thing works in here. So we would do it, not now because of the COVID, but as soon as possible. We would strongly recommend couples to come to our place for a free consultation. It's totally free. You don't have to book anything. Of course, if you do, we are happy. But if you don't, that's fine. The reason we do it for free is because we've got a lot of things to show you. and you will have a lot of questions about general things, about what we do, because you're doing your research. So you go to see your wedding dress, you go to taste cakes, you go to compare things. So it's important that you can do it for free. So you can come to see our samples, have a chat with us, see if we get along, because that's important. We spend a lot of time with you all the day. We are probably the supplier that spend most of the time, because we are with you all day long, not like talking you, but we follow you all day long from the preparation usually after your party starts. So it's important that we get along. So if you come have a look at your samples, ask your questions, we give some tips if you want to go and compare quotes, then with other photographers, more than happy for you to do it. And then usually you go home with a personalized quote. So we stop doing packages because at the end of the day, people customize it anyway. So we say we start from £975 with a full day coverage with one photographer and a personalized USB pen included. So 975.
With obviously the photos.
And of course, we give you the photos. You don't have to pay for the photos afterwards. Yeah, and then on top of it, you can even have it lower if you say I don't want full day coverage. I just want a shorter. Fine, we can do that as well.
And we can do 970.
Then you can build it up. So we got so many things that we can show you. Panels like the ones behind us, albums. We are very known for our albums and the quality. Let me show you something. There are videos on our Facebook page and our website that we did on lockdown 1.0. So I still work right now. So you can have a look at that. We show you some albums and go through some things. But anyway, you will go home with a personalized quote to say, oh, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that, I would like to know how much this is. And we print it all out for you. So you go home with a piece of paper and then you can go and compare things.
And sorry to interrupt, but we have some technical issues, and we are not able to see any comments. We are not able to connect with the Facebook live at the moment. So if you are comment something, we can't.
We see if we can do it later. If not, please pop us a message on Facebook.
On our Facebook page, Stefano Cavallini Photography, because we are not seeing anything at the moment.
So yeah, please do. So where were we? Right, our online. Yeah, if you want to do it online, we actually do that as well now because of the COVID. So we can do online consultations. Sorry, the little one was like asking for attention. So that is where we start from. Once you've gone through your pre-consultation, you can move and see, yeah, bye, we're not interested. Or if you want to book us, then the booking process we usually require. Hello, this is Melissa, by the way.
Melissa Grace, the third photographer.
The third photographer. We usually ask for 20% deposit. So most of our couples want to book the whole thing. Like, I want this album, this, and that. I want to pay the whole thing. I want to book the whole thing and then pay the 20% of it. Others, because we want to be very flexible, and that's important because we've been through it ourselves with our wedding. So if we don't want to stop, that you stop because of money issues. So we are very flexible with payment. So if you say, I just want to book the day for today, for now, so you just book the minimum, let's say, you pay the 20% of that minimum. And then if you want prints or albums or anything else, then you can decide that even after the wedding, when you will have like money available, or when you want to think about albums, maybe it's not the right moment. So we can do everything as long as we know what your needs are. So that's important that we have a chat. So that's the booking thing. There's a contract to sign. We go through the contract and you pay your deposit and your date is secure. Of course, now with the COVID situation, unfortunately, we have to move most of our weddings this year. And that's free of charge. So if you're not sure, maybe you're getting married next year, you're not sure how the COVID things goes, but you're worried because now everybody's booked and overbooked because they had to move from 2020 to 2021, and so you're not sure. You can still try and see if we're available, and then you can book the day. And then if it gets moved again, then it's fine, as long as we can fit it in our agenda, there's no fee to pay or anything like that. So that's important to say. Then we already talked about what happens on the wedding day, but before that, there are other options. Like, we usually recommend you to do a pre-wedding shoot with us. We don't include it because not everybody wants it. Again, it's something that you will need to decide whether it's for you or not. It's good to get to know each other. It's good to have some photos.
Yes, you will keep forever some professional photos taken before your wedding, and you can also have the chance to the customized guest book with a photo.
So this is an engagement shoot that we did for wedding shoot, call it however you want. So we create this like little album. You can personalize the cover with the color. Maybe you got a theme, a color theme of your wedding, photo, no photo, write something, whatever. It's fully customizable. And then the inside, we just use your photos from the here, from the day, and then we leave some room to write. So this is your very personalized guest book. Then you will have your photos printed.
I mean, you can, if you get closer, you can see also the white spaces are.
They are not as white. There
Yeah.
are some other photos as a background, and we'll show you our albums later. So you will have like something like that that will be ready for your big day, printed, and then your guests can sign. And
This is
give you
really
the
popular.
yeah, most
yeah,
of people.
One
like
of the
it.
best seller we got.
So that's something that you can think of before the wedding. After the wedding, as I say, if you want then the album, fine. And then you usually come to our place to have a look at the photos, because we want you to show, we want to show you the things on our monitor, which is calibrated with our laboratory that prints the albums and all the prints. So you can see actually the colors that you will have as a final result, because every monitor changes.
Yes,
colors, you know,
with the digital is
a bit. So that's why also we recommend you to have an album, because if you watch things on our TV, on our monitor, it's all different. You can imagine like if you want to show people things different. Anyway, so albums.
Oh,
Now we'll have a talk.
yes, we are really appreciate for our albums. For the build quality, it took for us all year to find the right suppliers, and also for our design is modern but always clean and elegant.
Yeah,
Well,
so again,
people say that. I believe that.
We did some videos on our Facebook page, and I think on the website they are there as well. When we show you some albums inside, we go to all our lines. So if you want to have a look at that, if not, again, the free consultation is a way.
Yeah, the best way to know our album is come in person, because the material, you need to touch the material to see the paper, to see the build quality.
So this one sample, so everything is fully customizable. You can change the cover. This is a photo cover. You can have whatever you like. This is a big size. You can have a smaller size. You can have square. You can have this orientation. Everything can be changed. So just to give you an idea, let me show you.
Want your...
No, it's fine. I'll just stand. So, ooh. I wanted to start from the beginning.
You want to start from the beginning?
Yes. So we will try to put that in the middle. We like to include in your albums like details of the day. So you spend time looking for details. That's why you are going to wedding fairs and looking for different kind of things. So it's important that we include that. And it's a good idea to use them as a background, or we can use like other photos as a background as well. But doing this type of thing, it takes time, one thing, and then you need to be very careful, because it can be very messy if you are not paying attention to details. So that's why we are appreciated, because we pay attention to details as well. So you've got, I don't want to show you everything, but you've got all the album. It can be designed in another way if you prefer like a traditional white background, but that's why we are appreciated. So I just want to go to the end of it, but this is one of that we haven't got all the albums out.
Yeah, we just show you the
something.
bestseller of our albums. It's this special series.
Again, this is the big size. They all come in smaller sizes. Again, we got samples if you want to come and have a look. So this is our special, one of our special series. It comes with this own wooden slip case. In this case, this is quite a modern one. It's lime wood, and then it's like fake leather. You can personalize your logo here. There are a lot of options. You can design your own if you want. And color combination can be different. It can be black, it can be other colors if you want. And then the album inside is, you can have also parents' album coordinated with that. So there are so many options. That's why we strongly recommend a chart, because while we talk and you see things, then it's easier for you to remember. When we say paid attention to detail, for example, I should say why. So something like that. Woo! So if you see, we try to like make it come out as a one design. So we have aligned the horizon here, like if you can see it. So it feels like you got picture in the picture, and it's not just put there.
Yeah, we don't cover something that must not be covered.
So it takes a bit of time to actually design.
Yes, as we said, unfortunately, we can't see anything on the Facebook page of the streaming. So if you are writing some comment or if you need to do it later, please do it on our Facebook page, Stefano Cavallini Photography. And I hope we'll be in touch with the tech organizer, because we don't know what happened.
Yeah, no, well, so I hope that's been useful for you. It's like a generic approach, but we like to stress about the free consultation, and we like you to be relaxed. So to build that relationship, it takes like time, and it takes like a good attitude as well. So looking forward to see you. We're looking forward to have you again in our home for the consultations. Hopefully we'll restart with the new year.
I hope so, very soon.
If not, if you have any questions, please feel free to either give us a ring, send us an email, contact us on Facebook. Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa lady.
And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Take care, guys. Have a good Sunday.
Hello everyone. Hope everyone's well and having a good Sunday. I am Rich Reynolds and I'm a wedding magician, and I thought I'd come on here and have a bit of a chat of what I do on your wedding day, how I entertain you, your friends and family, and show you a bit of what I do as well, because obviously you'd probably be interested to see what type of magic I do. So if you've got any questions for me, put them in the comments. Hopefully I can see them, and then later on I'm going to be asking someone for a playing card as well, so look out for that. The first thing I thought I'd show you is this. So I do Rubik's Cube magic. Some of you might have had one of these, maybe sort of worked out how to solve them. I got one a couple of years ago, and in about a month I could solve it in about 2 minutes, and then I went online. The world record for solving one of these is 4.5 seconds, which is crazy. But what I'm going to try and do today is I'm going to try and solve it in a bag while I can't see it, so effectively blindfolded. Hello Alana, thank you. So I'll put it in here. I'll show you it as well, so you can see. Hopefully you can see it's still all mixed up in there. And hopefully real quickly we'll be able to solve it just like that. Some people think there's something in there, but hopefully you can see there is nothing in the bag. So that is a bit of Rubik's Cube magic. The main thing people ask me about stuff at the weddings is what's maybe the perfect time to come. So there's two of the best times really that I always suggest to people. So the first time is directly after the ceremony, the drinks reception in effect, before the meal. That's really good because it means I can mix and mingle with your guests, probably while you're having some photographs taken as well. So you don't have the opportunity to be there with your guests, but I can go around entertaining them all. And it works really well as well, because I go to the first, hello Sharon, I go to the first group and they assume that I'm a guest, and then I start entertaining them, they start reacting, and then everybody else is sort of looking around and wondering what the hell's going on. So and then I kind of get grabbed from group to group and they want to see what everyone's going crazy for, basically. At that time as well, I always, no matter what time you book me, I have some special tricks that I just do for the bride and groom. So we would, if it's that time, then normally I can stay until you've sat down at the top table for the meal. Might maybe wait until after the starters and then come to the top table and hello Christine, and then do some magic for you all at the top table. It's really interactive and it leaves you with some romantic souvenirs as well, which is really nice. So the other time that I suggest people is the evening, early evening. So you might have a band or DJ or something for people for the party in the evening, but maybe if you book me just for about the time that the evening guests are supposed to be arriving, then I can mix and mingle with everyone and get the party going, basically. And it's a real good icebreaker for the evening guests as they're arriving, and get everyone included as well. So I'll show you another bit of magic. So I'm guessing a lot of you are familiar with Darren Brown on TV, maybe seen him. I don't know if you remember, but about 5 or 6 years ago, he predicted the lottery live on TV. So I always get asked if I can predict the lottery. Obviously, I can't. I wish I could. But if you take lottery tickets and if you learn the right sleight of hand, you can take them and just turn them into money, which is quite cool. So that's quite useful. And you can see they are real notes. Oh, dropped one. Well, the thing is, I don't like to carry the money around all the time anyway, so I take them and then you can turn them back into lottery tickets. So that's pretty cool. I do, yeah. Someone was asking about tricks suitable for kids. Because I've been doing this for now about 5 years, and I've probably done about 400 weddings, something like that. So I have a variety of tricks for all age groups, and even if it's where I would get the kid to pick a card and then it's their card with their name on it. You find that all of the adults are gathered around and just love watching the kid react to it as well. And yeah, it's fun. It doesn't matter what age you are. The tricks are designed specifically so whoever would enjoy them. And obviously, I've picked the trick for the appropriate audience as well. I will show you this now. So some of you might have Chase the Ace or Chase the Lady. They used to do it on the streets. They sometimes do still in some capital cities and things like that. And the idea is they're conning you out of money. You've got to try and keep your eye on the ace, and they use sleight of hand to basically con you out the money. So I'll show you what I mean. This is an American version. So they use 3 blank cards, 1 ace. The ace is what you've got to keep your eye on. To get people gambling, they actually take out one of the blank cards, they put it on the table, and then they take the ace and they put the ace in the middle of the other 2 blank cards like that. Now, if you ask the audience now where the ace is, everyone knows, obviously, it's in the middle there. So they have to shuffle them up a bit. So they take the cards and they go blank card to the bottom, ace to the bottom, blank card to the bottom, and ask people where the ace is. Now, most people say the middle, because it should be in the middle, which it isn't. It's none of those cards, and it's actually on the table down there. Okay? So I'll show you again, because you might have missed it. So we'll take the blank card, we'll put it on the table, we'll take the ace, and we'll put the ace in the middle, shuffle the cards again, so we'll go blank card to the bottom, ace to the bottom, blank card to the bottom. Again, people go for the middle because they've seen nothing different. It's not there, it's none of those, and then it's on the table. Okay? The last time they do it, they have to do it differently, because if it was always on the table, people would start losing money. So they show the 3 blank cards, and then they put one of them down on the table, they take the ace, and they put the ace very fairly in the middle there. Then they shuffle them up, so they go blank card to the bottom, ace to the bottom, blank card to the bottom. Now, whenever they're asked, people always say the table, which obviously this time is a blank card. What annoys people is if they'd have gone for the middle, they'd have got the ace. But what really annoys them is if they'd gone for the left card, they'd have got the ace, and the right card's an ace as well. So never play Chase the Ace if you see it on the streets. In a moment, I've got a brand new deck here. I'm going to leave it in the box there in front of me so you can see it. I'm going to ask someone to pick a card. So the first comment that I see of picking any card in a deck of cards, then we will use that one. Before we do that, I will explain about the length of time, because people ask how long do they book me. So I have 3 packages. So it's 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Hello, Leslie. And 95% of people book me for the 2 hours. So the 2 hours works best, and it depends on your amount of guests. So I'd say the average wedding that I get inquiring is around about sort of 50, 60 daytime guests, and 2 hours is perfect for that. And then even on night time, if you've got up to about 100 guests, then 2 hours is perfect for mingling around everybody. Anything bigger than that, then 3 hours is worth considering, and smaller than smaller than about 40, then probably 1 hour is about right. If you've chosen to have a wedding when there's social restrictions and stuff like that with COVID going on, then I've done weddings with that in mind. So I've got socially distanced routines, and obviously with the restrictions of like 30 guests or 15 guests, generally an hour is enough. And it's just been really good to go to weddings where people have but not really expected to get entertainment because of what's going on, and they've really enjoyed it. So so I need a comment of a card if that comes through soon. If not, I can go on to something else. The other thing that I was going to say is I've been doing virtual shows during lockdown, which has been, I just saw some there. Sorry, I'll leave this in front of everyone. So we had Sharon was the Queen of Hearts. Fantastic. Okay, Sharon. In here, I have a deck, and if we just look, you can see all the cards there. And if we just go through, Sharon, you should see one card is the other way around. All the rest are facing the camera. And there, I don't know how you knew this, Sharon, but there we have your Queen of Hearts. So thank you for picking that, Sharon. Thank you very much. Yes, I was explaining how I've been doing virtual magic shows, fully interactive. So if you fancy doing them, the packages start at £25 as well. So with the latest lockdown that's been going on, I've been swamped with them, and it's been brilliant. So if you fancy them, if you're a bride and groom and you just want to have a bit of a chat to see how it might fit in with your day, and ask a bit more about what tricks I do and how I work, then we can always just do a Zoom call as well. We can have a chat over the phone. But if you want a Zoom call, if you want me to show you some magic and stuff over Zoom, there's loads that I can do because I've been doing all these shows. The other thing I was going to mention, if any of you knows a budding magician, I've done some videos where I teach magic as well. So there's 9 videos, 9 tricks of me teaching magic, and it comes in a nice little gift box just in time for Christmas, and they're £15. You can have a look on my website at them as well. But if you know any budding magicians, then get in touch about that. The last thing I will show you is this. So I do a lot on social media and Instagram, Facebook, everything like that. So if you want to get in touch, you can. I will show you my business card so you can see what you're looking for. So there is my logo, and there is my details, if you can see it, hopefully. So yeah, that's about it. If you've got any questions, if you pop them in the comments and I'll have a look later. You can head over to my website, which is richreynoldsmagician.co.uk. And yeah, thank you to Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for letting me do this again. Absolutely fantastic. As always, they're brilliant. So see you later, guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, hi everyone. We're a little bit early. Sorry, I'm not quite ready. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jill Matthews and I'm from Not Just Travel. And what I'm going to be talking to you about today is honeymoons. because booking your honeymoon has got to be one of the most exciting bits of your wedding. It is the holiday of a lifetime and something that you really deserve after all those months and sometimes years of planning your big day. So stick around until the end, and I'm going to talk to you about a unique service that I offer honeymoon couples for getting their honeymoon paid for. So hopefully my slides will start in a minute. So here we go. So why book with me? Well, first of all, I just want to tell you why I got into travel. I am really passionate about holidays and travel. I'm lucky enough to have been to lots and lots of places around the world. And I often would be asked by friends, where would I recommend? Could you put me an itinerary together? And I always did it. I love researching holidays. And that's why I got into travel. So when you book with me, I treat your booking like it is my very own. And I take a lot of care. I really research it, make sure it's absolutely right for you, and really look after you throughout the booking process. And also when you're off on your honeymoon, I'll be the one sort of reminding you, especially now in the current climate, there's forms to fill in when you come back to the UK. So I'll make sure that everything is managed really, really well, so you can just enjoy the holiday. So I'll be your personal travel consultant, and I'll create the holiday just for you. So from your initial inquiry right up until you land back home, I will be your point of contact. So you're going to get a truly personal service from me, and also someone who's really passionate about having the best time ever. You really don't get that service when you book online. So I'm going to save you lots of time as well. People spend on average about 8 hours looking for a holiday, and probably longer for a honeymoon. I'll give you ideas as well. If you're unsure where you want to go, I'll give you some inspiration, hopefully. And then what I'll do is I'll put some options together for you to have a look at. And once you're happy with everything, then we'll book it. And all you've got to do then is look forward to your honeymoon. I am part of the Hayes Travel Group, so I'm able to offer incredible choice and value. And I work with lots of trusted trades only suppliers. So I've got access to exclusive deals that you won't find in a brochure on a website. Many of the suppliers offer low deposits and flexible booking conditions, again, particularly now because of what's happened with COVID. So I'll only work with suppliers that I know have treated customers really, really well. If holidays have been cancelled, I know the suppliers that will give you a full refund with absolutely no quibble whatsoever. There are certain suppliers that haven't done this. I know who they are, and I avoid them because I want you to just really feel safe and secure in your honeymoon booking. So there are lots of suppliers at the moment that are offering cancellation or moving your dates even up to 6 weeks before you're due to travel, some even less actually. So I'll make sure that whatever you book is safe. So this gives you the peace of mind of knowing that if anything changes, your holiday or your money for your honeymoon is safe. I'm also a member of ABTA, and this is so important for you because ABTA makes sure that I comply with all the rules and regulations. There are a couple of online travel agencies that have resigned from ABTA this year, because they didn't think that they should have to refund if government travel advice changed. So be reassured that I am a member of ABTA and I will comply with all the rules and regulations. So let's start talking about honeymoons. So I'm going to give you just a couple of insights into destinations that I guess get asked for the most. The first one is the Maldives. It is the #1 destination for honeymoons. It's the one I get asked for time and time again. And you can see from this photograph why. It's just absolute paradise. Clear blue sea, pristine white sand. So it's the perfect destination for a honeymoon or a holiday of a lifetime. So the Maldives is actually a chain of 1,190 coral islands in the Indian Ocean. So you're looking at about a 12-hour flight, and there's a 4-hour time difference. They're 4 hours ahead. You fly into Malé, which is the capital of the Maldives, and from there you'll transfer to your resort and island either by speedboat, domestic flight, or seaplane. So there's no boring coach journeys dropping off at multiple hotels. Only 150 of the islands have got tourist resorts on them, and there's a limit to 1 resort per island. So you get a level of privacy and exclusivity that you don't get in many other destinations. Only staff and guests are allowed on the islands. There's no day trippers, there's no boatloads of people suddenly invading the beach. Each island offers something different, and I'll make sure that the island you pick is right for you, depending on what you're looking for. They've got adult-only resorts, traditional barefoot rustic type resorts, and although you may not immediately think of the Maldives as a family destination, it absolutely is. So if you're taking children with you on your honeymoon, there are resorts that are really geared up to keep them entertained while you get some rest and relaxation. One of the massive draws of the Maldives is the fabulous snorkeling and diving. So if that's high on your wish list, I'll make sure that you go somewhere where there's a superb house reef. A house reef is where you can access it from the beach, so you don't have to go out on a boat to explore. So the bright blue that you can see in this fantastic picture is the lagoon area, and it's shallow, it's probably waist deep, lovely and warm. It's like getting into a warm bath, and it's safe. So if you just like to splash about in the sea, then the lagoon is perfect. The darker blue towards the top of the picture is the drop off to the deeper water. This is where you grab your snorkeling gear and you swim along the edge of the wall, and it will be teeming with marine life. So colourful corals, turtles, and an abundance of fish. If you're a keen diver, in certain areas you can dive and see manta rays and whale sharks from May to October. And if you want to learn, there's a lot of resorts that will have a PADI certified diver that will teach you as well. So resorts also have their own marine biologist. They're there to manage the health of the reef, as it's so important that the Maldives are kept pristine, so that we can all enjoy it. And you can get involved with the marine biologist, doing things like replanting the corals and just helping to maintain the quality of the reefs. Water sports obviously is a big thing in the Maldives. Plenty of resorts have their own water sports centres, and if surfing's your thing, from May to October, there are certain areas where they have really good breaks, so a really good place to go to surf as well. But when you just want to chill and relax, one of the nicest things for honeymooners to do in the Maldives is to go and have a picnic on one of the many sandbanks. Take a boat, a case of beer, some wine, some food, and just enjoy some total privacy on your own, apart from what you want to share on Instagram, of course. One thing to point out is that unless you are having an Islamic wedding, you can't get married in the Maldives. However, you can do all the legal stuff over here and then go and have like a really special renewal of vows in the Maldives. If you don't want to get in the water, you can still see the marine life in underwater restaurants, or even in an underwater room. And for a truly unique experience, you could spend a night in a bubble lodge. So these are at the end of a sandbank, very, very private. And with so little light pollution in the Maldives, you can stargaze to your heart's content there. And if you're looking for ultimate luxury, and here it is. Here's a water villa. It's even got its own pool and a butler. So I can't imagine a more perfect place for your honeymoon. It's worth mentioning that there is a lot of accommodation choice in the Maldives, so something to suit most budgets. So because there's so many options in the Maldives, I'll make sure I recommend the perfect location for you, depending on what you want to do, the type of accommodation you have, and the budget that you have as well. So the Maldives is hot and sunny all year round. The best deals are available from May to October, but they don't have a specific rainy season, but you will see heavy downpours at certain times of the year, but it's a heavy downpour and then the sun's back out. It's not like here where it just rains constantly all day. It's also a really good place to do a two-centre as well. So you could go to Sri Lanka for a week and then hop over to the Maldives, which is only an hour away, and have a two-centre holiday. Dubai as well is another popular one for Maldives. So you can combine a city break with the luxury of the Maldives. So the next place we're going to go today is the Caribbean. Again, very, very popular for honeymoons. It's a 9 or a 10-hour flight and they are 4 hours behind. And there are 28 island nations to pick from. Jamaica, Barbados, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia probably being the most popular, but there is something for everyone. Generally, the best time to visit is between December and April, but many of the islands have good weather for most of the year. Sandals is an amazing choice for honeymoons. All the resorts are adult only and the luxury all inclusive. Sandals can actually be booked right through to 2023. They've recently released 2023 dates now. And they've got 15 resorts in the Caribbean: Jamaica, the Bahamas, Grenada, Barbados, Antigua and St. Lucia. And each one is on a stunning beachfront. And if you're thinking of saying I do in the Caribbean, if you stay for 3 nights or longer, Sandals will gift your wedding for free and includes a stunning ceremony venue, flowers, music, a cake, etc. And the more guests you take with you, the more you receive in that wedding package. The accommodation is stunning as well, especially for honeymooners. They have what they call Love Nest Butler Suites. So each suite offers the utmost in privacy and elegance, including a 24-hour room service and a professionally trained butler who'll cater to your every whim. This is the Sky Pool Suite in Grenada. Open your bedroom doors and you reveal an infinity edge sky-high plunge pool that blends with the horizon. Again, amazing for Instagram. They also offer water villas in St. Lucia, and these gorgeous overwater villas have got glass floor panels and the sea is lit as well, so you can see underwater anytime. So the luxury all-inclusive means 5-star dining, unlimited premium drinks, beach parties, water sports, scuba diving, golf, and even access to private islands in the resorts in Jamaica and the Bahamas. You can stay at one Sandals resort and use all the facilities, restaurants, bars, amenities on any other Sandals resort on the island, and they provide shuttle buses between the two, between the resorts as well. Now, if you've got children that you're taking along with you, Sandals also have family all-inclusive resorts called Beaches. And they're in Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, and they've got water parks, kids clubs, certified nannies, Xbox lounges. So lots and lots to keep the children entertained while you relax. So the choice for your honeymoon is endless, and I've only had time to showcase a couple of destinations. I could actually talk all afternoon, but I know that Grant will press stop and stop me from talking. So whatever sort of honeymoon you're looking for, I can arrange that for you. You might want to explore Peru and climb Machu Picchu, spend 2 weeks in all those amazing theme parks in Florida, or drive across America, go to the Far East, or you might just want a few days in a really nice hotel in the UK. That's absolutely fine. I can do all that for you. My service to you is free. You don't pay me. So get in touch and I will find the perfect honeymoon for you. I'll also explain what travel restrictions are in place as well. I'll make sure that you're aware of any pre-travel and post-travel forms that have to be filled in, whether you need a COVID test. So you're in very capable hands when I'm looking after you and your honeymoon. So as I said earlier, I am independent and I can book all the elements of your trip. So I can get you your car parking at the airport. I can get you your lounge pass, your attraction tickets, excursions, travel insurance. So important, especially now that you get COVID cover on your travel insurance, and I can arrange everything for you. So book with me and you're dealing with a real person, not a faceless website. You can contact me at any time and you have the reassurance that I'm backed by head office staff as well. There's about 50 people at head office that are there to help me too. So the one thing I wanted to mention very quickly, because I think I'm running out of time, is the honeymoon gift list. So this is a unique and free service that I offer anyone who books their honeymoon with me. You get your own personalised web page, personalised to you with your photograph on, details of your wedding, and you then share that with your family and friends. What they can then do is contribute towards your honeymoon. So rather than putting a wedding list out and maybe getting lots of toasters and things that you really don't need or want, you can actually get people to contribute to the cost of your honeymoon. You keep track of how much money you've got, and when it comes to paying the balance of the honeymoon, if there's anything over that, then you get that back as a refund, or you can put it towards another holiday, whichever you want to do. So it's a great way of being able to go on your dream honeymoon. So here are my contact details. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I do post lots of holiday information, lots of deals on there, and there are some cracking deals around at the moment. You can call me, WhatsApp, you can arrange a Zoom meeting, whatever is easiest for you. Please mention Wedding Fayres Yorkshire if you get in touch. So I'm here as your personal travel consultant. I'm here to book your honeymoon, your hen party, your stag party, and all your holidays as well. So let your friends and family know about me. With so many special offers around at the moment, it is the perfect time to get planning ahead and have something to look forward to as well. So even if it's just a holiday that you're looking for, get in touch. I'd love to be a part of your wedding planning by sorting out a fantastic honeymoon for you. So hopefully I'll hear from some of you soon and we can get planning. I've seen there's a lot of questions coming and I haven't got time to answer them now, but I will come back to you if you've asked me a question. So thank you very much, Wedding Fayres Yorkshire. A fantastic show as always. Please stick around and see the other fantastic suppliers that we've got on today. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Always makes you want to go on holiday watching Jill's video. Honestly, some great images. They're always good to see. Jill, I think there's been hello.
Sorry, I was over there. I had to press play.
Somebody mentioned holidays and Puff Grants appears. I think there's loads of things have kind of moved on to being able to be done virtually. Somebody needs to come up with the virtual holiday.
I can do virtual holidays.
How so?
I could hypnotize people into thinking they've been on a wonderful holiday, and you still get that feeling of, like, you know, when you're on holiday and all your stresses just go. Yeah. You can hypnotize them, think they've had the best holiday in the world. Like some people can't go on 1830s anymore because they're not 18 or 30. So you can go in, you can just have a crazy holiday, and then you come back feeling wonderful and refreshed. And imagine 2 weeks holiday in like 20 minutes.
That sounds great.
For half the price.
I did wonder.
Yeah. No, it's a great thing. Sharon Osbourne did it in the 90s.
All right.
Yeah. A friend of mine, I'm not mentioning his name because he didn't pay for a plug, but a friend of mine who's a hypnotist kind of developed it. And it is actually a great thing. Obviously, you know, you're not in the Bahamas. It's not the same as kind of what Jill offers.
Yeah.
But it does give you that relaxation and it gives you a couple of nice positive memories. Yeah. It's like Total Recall, but all the shooting.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
Exactly.
I must admit, it's nice. You watch all those lovely pictures of the beaches and the city centre breaks as well, and then we open the door and we're still in Huddersfield and it's cloudy and raining and probably quite cold today as well.
Yeah. We've got some questions as well. Let's just see some comments here.
Oh, we got some questions.
Yeah, Christina Broadbent says she needs to book me, Grant.
Oh.
Anytime, Christine.
Oh, very good. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you.
Natasha says hello.
Hello, Natasha.
Jellybean Photo Booth says hi.
Jellybean Photo
Hello, Adam.
We got quite a few hellos anyway. Now, did you see Richard's video? I think it was one before Jill. Awesome magician. He's doing virtual magic shows. Which is a great idea for if you're having family Christmas get-togethers, or if you want to kind of something different to do, basically.
Rich did a thing for some friends of mine. It was amazing.
It was the charity.
The charity thing, absolutely amazing. And do you know what? It translates really well on Zoom.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. So yeah, definitely. If for Christmas parties, social get-togethers, even if it's just a Friday night in with your family. Book Rich Reynolds.
Yeah, it's a good crack, and it's good fun. Is Rich?
He is. Yeah.
Now Sharon's also been in touch. She, I think, every year over the past few years, she's been hosting wreath making party sessions. I don't know what you'd call it.
It's a wreath making competition of which I am the reigning champion.
It's an experience, I think, is what it's
it is definitely an experience.
But of course, as physical things can't be taking place at the moment, Sharon's adapted, and you can actually have these wreath making kits either posted or delivered out to you. Now, I know that. I mean, you did the one last year, didn't you?
Yeah, brilliant.
Really, really good fun. I was hoping to do it this year, but of course, with everything that's taking place,
I'm ordering a kit.
Oh, fantastic! You get them. I mean, we spoke to Sharon earlier. You get them from the best place to go is to her website, Down to Earth Florist, on Facebook, even Facebook page, Down to Earth Florist. All the information's on there. I think it's looking at about £25 if it can be delivered in the local area. She's based Batley, which is Wakefield, Leeds. Down to Earth Florist mug. So yeah, get on her Facebook page, Down to Earth Florist. All the information's on there. It's a kit that's either delivered or posted to you with everything that you need inside. And there's also a link in there as well where you can kind of get onto the video and you can all do a virtual wreath making class. Really, really good fun. So yeah, I think that's about £25 plus postage if it needs posting out to you. But again, a great idea. It's getting to that time where you think, well, we should be going to Christmas markets or we should be going to Santa's grottos or whatever.
I went to Santa's grottos.
I
got a couple of funny looks last year, so I stopped going because I don't have kids, so it gets a bit awkward studying line. I'm like the tallest person there, though, not like here where I'm a bit short. In those queues, I'm the tallest. And he doesn't let you sit in your knee anymore. It's not fair.
So there's a couple of ideas for you. We're getting into that time of year now where you're looking for something to do. Book Rich for a magic show, and of course there's Down to Earth Florist as well. Or if we can come up with that virtual holiday.
Yep. Get in touch with Grant Saunders, hypnotist. I won't make you do anything too weird.
So I think we've got it's a pre-record the next one, but they are in the comment section, so please answer all your questions.
Yeah, Naomi's she's great. She's a bit nervous, but she's put a pre-record together. She is in the comment section as well. So if you have any questions, jump on that comment section and she will answer them for you as well. And us two will be back on the other side. But we're going to make out there's like a seamless transition here.
Yeah. See you shortly.
Hello, I'm Naomi. I've got a bridal shop in Cleethorpes. We're down Yarra Road, the old post office. We're doing this video because we've been kindly asked to do a video for the wedding fair. We have done a few wedding fairs for this company and they're a great company, and we thank you for asking us. We would be in Hull on the wedding fair if it wasn't for all this drama, but we're happy to do just a little video for you guys and tell you about our shop, where we're based, what the COVID rules are in our boutique. We all do have the same rules, but I do think every boutique is different. We always been appointments only, so we still going to be sticking to appointments only, and it says if you just turn up, we was already in an appointment, we couldn't let you in because we can only have a few people in the shop at the time, and we do give you at least 2 hours in the appointment. So that gives you plenty of time to be trying on dresses, and there's no rush. This is why we do appointments early, because we don't like to rush our brides, or, you know, we like to take it slowly, and it's a slow process, isn't it? Isn't it a quick process, finding your dress? And we also just think that with everything that's going on, when we do open, hopefully the 2nd of December, we will be able to open our doors to our brides, which we're missing very much. We will be able to do our appointments. So in our appointments, we start from as soon as you walk in. We lock the doors so we don't get any walk-ins, so it's totally safe. We will be wearing masks. We ask you to wear your masks, and we will be keeping our distance. And also, if you can bring somebody in your support bubble. Before we closed, we was only having, I think it was our bride, and then we would have, at first we was one person in with the bride, and our bride used to FaceTime their friends and family, but we gradually went up, because it was getting better, we gradually went up to one bride and 2 members of your family in the support bubble, in your support bubble. Sadly, we will be just having our bride for now, and then you can bring somebody else with you in your support bubble, and then FaceTime, and then hopefully we can get back up to 1 bride and 3 people to come with you, which would be really nice to get back up there again. We will be trying on as many styles and dresses as we can. We don't want any pressure on our brides, as we've had enough pressure this year, haven't we? We like to do it, you know, take the stress off you. Our times to order a dress is between 3 to 6 months. With everything that's going on, we would advise our brides to get the dress early as possible, at least 12 months before your wedding day. 9 months, the latest. 6 months, we can do 6 months. If there's a rush cut and you haven't got enough time and you're getting married in 3 months, it depends what brand and what style, but we can get that dress in like ASAP, within at least within 3 months. So I just want to take that pressure off you. Don't have any pressure on yourselves, because we can do it. We can do it. We can get style dress quick as possible if we know, and we have plenty of notice, and we give our company plenty of notice. With our company, our brands, we do Enzoni, we do Beautiful by Enzoni, Blue by Enzoni, and we've just taken on Enzoni brand as well, the top of the range one. Our prices are from 600 to 2,900, and we do monthly payments as well. We also work with our bride's budget. We have got some dresses in that are about 400, 500 in our sale sample. We've got 20% off when we open up. We are going to be doing a sample sale. We are planning on getting our sample sales on the website within the next few weeks. We sell veils as well, and we're hopefully going to be getting them on the website. Our website is www.naomisbridalboutique.co.uk. To book an appointment, you can book on our website, or you can email us on naomibridalboutique.com. That's our email. We are very active on our social media. We love Instagram and TikTok. So we're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. We are more on our Instagram and Twitter.
So there we go, guys. Naomi Bridal Boutique. Please get in the comment section, ask as many questions as you can, and show lots and lots of support for our bridal shop for the Hull virtual wedding show.
That was a seamless transition.
It was Stuntman Grant.
Stuntman Grant. Next time I might trip over and knock everything off.
A bit more like it.
Yeah.
So, guys, we hope you're enjoying this virtual show. We have these planned in the diary for up to and including the 6th of December. So we'll be here on this Facebook page every Sunday from 12 o'clock, showcasing the very best of any particular local area. Next week, we have the Wakefield virtual show, the 29th of November.
That's me then.
No, we know better than that.
That's a really popular show.
Yeah.
Really popular show. So, guys, get it in your diary. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, get ready to ask them, interact with the suppliers as well. But that Wakefield show's a good one.
Yeah, always is. Again, I mean, this is the closest thing you can get to a wedding fair at the moment. So if you know anybody that's getting married, your friends or family, get them tagged in the event and get them to watch. Really, really looking forward to the
Where were
show.
the week after that?
The week after that, we are in Huddersfield for the Huddersfield virtual show. Thank you, Lam, for reminding us that.
Yeah, do you know Huddersfield is the centre of the universe?
So you say.
Well, it is.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Sorry, guys, if you're in Hull. But it's a HU, so there is a connection.
Okay.
Hull, Huddersfield.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. We're not a city of culture, though. Hull was a city of culture.
It was a city of culture.
That was a answer to a quiz question.
Very good. So we have 3 suppliers left in the remainder of today's show. We've got Ivy Alice Stationery, then we have Gemini Photography, and then we finish off today's show with Boho Ceremonies by Tracy Hammond. Ivy Alice is a very proud award winner, isn't she?
She won the North of England Wedding Awards 2020.
She did.
For wedding stationery.
She did. And it's a customer services award as well. So you kind of know you're getting up to a great start when you start working with Ivy Alice Stationery for your own big day. She's not here yet, is she?
She's not, but what I was going to do is, who have we got there? Yeah. If you are a wedding supplier, we have got 1 space left for the virtuals. That's how popular these have been. 1 space left.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll put it down to the marketing.
You would.
No, it's all down to Alana, who works who works with us. And she's a star, isn't she?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get her on camera one day.
We should
try.
Maybe she's just a figment of our imagination.
It could be.
She could be like
that worked hard.
She's like Santa's elf. Do you know what I mean? She does all the work, and we sit there and go ho ho ho. I never know where these are going to go. Wow. You know.
So, guys, please don't forget they are interactive. These are coming to you live through Facebook. They're sat in front of a camera talking to you live. So please ask as many questions as you can.
Because they're live. But what you could do, guys, is go to YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Wedding Fayres Yorkshire. I don't think that's it, to be fair. But find it anyway. Search for Wedding Fayres Yorkshire. You'll find our YouTube channel on there. What you've got on there is a massive selection of wedding suppliers. Did you hear that as well?
I think somebody's here.
I think there's somebody's here. Yeah, I think we're getting robbed. There is a massive selection of wedding suppliers who are all doing these presentations, and today's show will be put on there as well. So if there's some information you want to go back to, you can go onto the YouTube, and it's timestamped, so you can go to exactly who it is that you want and get this information. It's so important to subscribe to that. 1 second.
There we go. That's the YouTube channel. And again, please feel free to go out to all of these suppliers that are presented today and check out their own social media, Facebook page, and I think Instagram. They're all pretty active on, aren't they?
They are. Subscribe and hit the little bell thing as well, because then that way you get notifications when a new video is uploaded. Alan does some Grooms Thursdays, which are really popular, which is different things from the male perspective. About getting married as well. So tying a tie, how to tie a bow tie, speeches, toasts,
planning.
That's Alan's area of expertise.
Yeah.
I'm not really a planner,
no.
As we can tell from the transitions that we keep doing. We do have some people here. That noise you could hear was actually Lloyd from Gemini, who always comes on early and turns his speakers up. So yeah.
That's good of him.
Well, we're having a little competition as well today, guys. I want you to hit the laughing emoji every time you hear a budgie tweet during Lloyd's presentation. Let's see how many we can get going on there. So every time you hear a budgie tweet in Lloyd's presentation, don't forget to hit the smiling or laughing emoji. And that's good fun.
So there we go. Guys, big round of applause. Show your appreciation and some likes for Ivy Alice Stationery, proud winner of the North of England Wedding Award 2020.
She's going to be here in a second. I'm going to magically disappear and a transition will happen. And then the next thing you see after that will be Ivy Alice.
There we go. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show. We'll see you very soon.
I'm Yasmin and I'm here from Beverley Stationery. For those of you who don't know us, we're a luxury artisan design label set within the heart of Sheffield. We offer a range of different designs and design concept ideas to bring your special wedding needs into life and into production. We offer all aspects of wedding stationery, from save the dates to invitations to RSVP cards, detailing cards, and on-the-day stationery such as helping with tablescapes, name cards, numbers, signage and boards, and more. We do have an office which is set within Sheffield, within Bayton, but obviously with the lockdown, we're currently working from home. So apologies for the slight little smaller setup than we might have as normal. So Beverley Stationery is a brand that was built and created by myself in the idea to give brides and grooms that freedom and that creativity and mindset, what you can put together to make your wedding stationery perfect. There's a lot of different wedding stationers out there what can help you through a process, but what we like to specialise in is making your designs bespoke to you and what you need to create for your wedding day. For example, if you have a certain theme you're wanting to go with, or you're having such as a festival wedding, maybe you're having a bag theme wedding, anything that you want, we can create and concept design for you. We start the process with a small chat and consultation, which will go through all aspects of what you want to achieve from your big day, whether you're limiting numbers, whether you're a micro wedding, if you're wanting, for example, maybe just go straight from instead of saying the date straight to invitations, we can do that for you. We have so many different design ideas and creativity to think outside the box and bring things in a different light and make weddings modern. In 2020, anything goes and there is no set way, what is right or wrong, what you need to do for your wedding. We have done all different kinds of pieces, such as an invitation with no date, which we mentioned on our slot last week. We've also done things like invitations which have doubled up one side in English and another side Greek. So there's a ton of different things that we can do to cater for your needs. There's never a set time or a set wedding that there will be two the same, whether that's the amount of numbers that we've got, the amount of ideas we need to create, the colours you want to use, whether you use something that's from your colour palette for your wedding, whether you're wanting to match to your tablescapes or maybe to your bridesmaid dresses, or whether you're wanting to surprise your guests all together and have something completely different, we can do that. It's all dependent on what you're wanting to achieve on your big day. We like to start our process from your quotation. We go through to a mood board and concept design ideas. From there, we like to talk about different things you want to include, and we put all that into one mock-up before the initial design stages. That enables us to go through everything with a fine pick and make sure everything is perfect. Once we finish on the mood board and everything's approved, we take that through to the design stages, and from design stages, that goes then to printing and production. All our work is professionally printed and sourced within the UK with the most environmentally friendly products that we can source, whether that be recycled envelopes or just brown crafted envelopes that we send in boxes. It is all down to you what you're wanting to choose and how we can cater for that for you. We have loads of different designs, so I've got a few what I've got from previous brides and grooms that I've been working on. We do things for destination themed weddings, so this is a new one we created, if you can see, but we use that. It's really, really luxury, and that's actually on a magnetic cardstock, so that actually sticks to your fridge or your boiler, and that is absolutely perfect. You don't get any creases, any folding, and the thing is they're not going to get knocked off either, which is brilliant. We do deckled edges, which are really, really on trend at the moment. I don't know if you can see those are actually ripped, and things like this, like the deckled edges, have actually been featured in Vogue Bridal. So they're really, really contemporary and really, really on trend. You can team those up with a whole bundle. So they're all nice and all matching. And again, we're in 2020. The wording doesn't have to be set. There is no set way of what's right or what's wrong. It's all down to you, whether you're deciding to plan a wedding within 4 weeks, if we know the lockdown restrictions are eased. It is all down to you, whether you're planning a wedding that's in 2024. It is all led by yourselves. We also do different tags if you're doing tags for your favours, and we like to incorporate these into the designs and match those up to your stationery, so they're great as on favours. And these can also be doubled up as name cards, so you can just pop the name on there, put them on the favour, and then whoever's setting your venue, whether it's a venue stylist or on the day coordinator, you can actually just pop those where you want to be on your tablescape, and that will suit perfectly and double up as a place name card too. We do tiny little order of the days, and this is with a 24 karat gold leaf on there, which is really, really stunning and effective. We can also blow these up and put these onto a board, whether that's be a wooden board or an acrylic board or a eco-friendly environmental board. We can do these up to AO in size, so you can put those onto an easel, whether you're having it from a hanging ceiling as a flower piece. There's so many options. We also do lined envelopes, which are really a great touch if you've got your RSVPs, and they will go in there and match lovely. And again, that's my favourite colour, which I love. And briefly mentioned earlier, we have the invitation with no date. So this currently is our best and biggest seller. Obviously, with everything going on, things aren't quite what they might seem, and also with postponements, it is really stressful, and the last thing that you need is another cost building upon that. So what we have created here is an invitation with a removable date. If this, for example, goes, you've not sent it out yet and your date changed, we'll just change the removable card and send that out to you, so you can send that to your guests. And obviously there's no extra printing cost, because obviously it's just a small card. Tone those up with RSVPs, which are lovely. And we do literally a range of different ideas and designs. So I could probably go on forever and ever, because I love it all. I love a little bit of detail, I love a little bit of creativity, a bit of colour, whether you want to go monochrome. There's no set way. So our biggest idea is to push your ideas. Obviously in weddings, I think there's a lot of stigma around what should be done, what should be created, but we like to step outside our comfort zone, step outside the box, and help produce things that maybe necessarily might not be a typical wedding, but obviously we can create that in a way and bring it back to life. For example, we did a photo shoot where we incorporated leopard print, and we designed, concept and created the whole shoot and put together the stationery, in which we use leopard print as such as an iconic and out there statement print, and how we could incorporate that and bring that into weddings. And that is a true and reflective way of how we can see weddings. Obviously weddings is about yourself and your partner, whether you like a certain colour, a certain genre. Nothing is right or wrong. Everything is led by you, and that's how I feel like weddings should be. Obviously we've come a long way over the last couple of years, and weddings have evolved and adapted, whether you're wanting to go for a festival themed wedding, whether you're going for a church ceremony, whether you're going in the moment and having a micro wedding now, and having your party later. There's no right or wrong way to go at this moment in time. So with our different design ideas and concepts, we usually get asked a lot, for example, when do certain pieces go out and when do they need to be sent? So typically, way back when, invitations were actually only sent out 6 weeks before the big day. Obviously, this was many years ago, and obviously things have changed. We have different things to consider, such as holidays to plan, whether that be a holiday from booking a holiday at work, whether people are booking holidays, whether people work in education need to authorise days off. There's never been a better time to get your invitations out and secure your most loved ones for your big day. Sometimes we associate a wedding, and the first steps are to go ahead and book your venue, your caterer, your photographer, but obviously you need to secure your loved ones and your most loved people in your life, whether that be friends, family, anything. You need to get those there and make sure they know about your big day. We're actually working on weddings right up until 2024, so there's never a time too early to send out save the dates. Obviously, as Jill will know, who's just doing the weddings as well, TUI actually released their flights for November, which is just the November just gone for 2022. So obviously people are able to book weddings, so it's great to get people penciled in and make sure that they're coming to your big day. Obviously you want to go through all the effort and make it really special, ready for when the ceremony date arrives. We do have lots of tips and tricks up our sleeve to make things extra special, whether you're opting for something like a simple card. We have over 150 different card stocks to choose from, over 100 different finishes from gold leaf to genuine Swarovski crystals, and handmade silk, which is super, super luxury. We also have things such as your envelopes with the envelope liners. We have over 250 different envelope types. Obviously everything needs to be perfect, and we can swatch things from such as your bridesmaid dresses, or if you have ties, bow ties or suits, something specific, we can swatch colours from photos to make the most perfect match for your special day in terms of the finer details. With stationery, what you tend to find is you're putting your stationery in the palms of your guests' hands. So you need to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect for your big day. You're giving your guests the first insight into your special day. So this is how you can make your first look into your wedding day truly unforgettable. We also do table place names such as this, and we have extras such as tassels and eyelets. I'm not sure if you can see this too well with the lighting. And obviously this is the leopard print that was on about, and that's really, really contemporary, really, really on trend. And this worked perfectly with a cream and mocha colour palette with the tiniest tones intact into your big day to make it truly special and absolutely beautiful in every way. We also offer table menus. If you're offering a menu for your guests, maybe you've already chosen that and not given the option, maybe just taken dietary requirements, then we can put your menu on the day, which will be stunning and go onto your tablescape. Obviously, we can work with your venue dressers and venue stylists to make these beautifully perfect. And obviously, these can actually be delivered, if it is easier for you, straight to your venue stylist or wedding coordinator so they can put those out on the day. So this is one we made, and it is deckled with 24 karat gold with a place name just on this side and a wax seal in rose gold, and obviously beautifully scripted text, which is again really on trend, and obviously when that catches the light, that's lovely. And they're great as well, obviously doubling up, like that's what we're all about, like doing things like, for example, a tag, what could be as a favour, and a name card. We have so many ideas. Sometimes a little bit too many. We also do like everything matching. So this was the invitation for that suite, which is absolutely lovely. And we also do gatefold invitations, such as this one, which is also this one, which has been hand tied with silk and wax seals. This one opens up, and this one is really great if you're wanting to obviously cut down your costs, cut down your wastage. If you're thinking of something more environmentally friendly, we can source recycled cardstock, or even card that is made from cotton seeds, so that's more actually environmentally friendly. This is also great because it's cutting down your print process, and obviously the carbon footprint of that piece of card getting to me. Obviously it's one piece, it's not being cut, it's not being manufactured as such as many different pieces. So here we go. We've got wedding details on there, we've got order of the day, and obviously the invitation in the middle, and they're so stunning, and they have such a great feel to them, and obviously the gold leaf at the bottom. And I don't know if there's any Disney brides out there, but these would work absolutely incredible. Still waiting to work with a Disney bride, because that would be my absolute dream. But this would work perfect for something like a fairy tale kind of theme that would open up like a book or something like that, which would be absolutely lovely. We also do a range of different vow cards, such as this one, which is just so you can remember your vows on your day. This has got a white gold leaf on it. Obviously, that's all being made and catered to around what people's needs are. And they're perfect. They're great for imagery, great for photos, and obviously a perfect keepsake for after your big day. Absolutely loving those. And they're absolutely perfect for micro weddings. In terms of micro weddings, we do currently have a package available for up to 15. Obviously, if everything can go ahead after the 2nd of December, which is great for a smaller wedding. So you can find that on our website. You can also find us on Instagram at Beverley Stationery and also Facebook, Beverley Stationery. And we've also got some really exciting news that we've actually launched a TikTok. So all our DIY brides will be able to follow us on there and see how we create our things behind the scenes and some tips and tricks on how to bring our designs, what you purchase, into DIY life and how you do it at home. So that's great. But I'd just like to say thank you so much for your time today. And if you have any questions, just drop me a message and I'll be more than happy to help.
Hello, I hope everybody's keeping safe and well. I'm Lloyd from Gemini Photographers. Tom Walters is my new business partner who's on the other end of the line, waiting to answer any of your questions from what we do. Most of our brides from this year have been rebooked in for next year and beyond. So dates for next year are quite limited, but we have got us books open until 2024 at the moment, as we're taking bookings for then. We offer a 2 photographer service, which includes from 2 hours before your wedding ceremony, where me and Tom both split up on the wedding and we go to both parties to photograph both your preparations. So you basically get to see each other getting ready. Really pleased that Tom this week has got our new website up and live, which is live now. So if you want to have a look at www.lloydbunting.co.uk, it's quite a big improvement on his last website and does go into a lot more detail on what we do and what we offer on your big day. We work all the way through your day. We're basically there with your venue to help run your day. We organise all your groups, your timings, just to make your day run as smoothly as possible and as enjoyable as possible. We also offer, prior to your wedding, a pre-wedding shoot. So we do this with every package that we offer. It's basically to teach us how you want to be photographed. So it's not to sell you anything. It's basically a rerun. It's a dummy run of your wedding day. And these are the kind of images that you will get from a pre-wedding shoot. All your pre-wedding shoots are supplied on a USB with full permission to print and use them for your table cards. They also go into the slideshow in the evening, which I'll explain a little bit later. From your pre-wedding shoot, we also do a 4-image signature mount. So because we print on the day, we put 2 pictures in from your pre-wedding shoot that you'll choose. Then I'll choose 2 from your wedding day, as you'll be a little bit busy with your wedding breakfast. Then everybody on the evening signs and puts a nice message on it for you. The turnaround of your images from your pre-wedding shoot and your wedding day is very quick. We normally have the USB ready for collection within roughly a week, 10 days of your wedding. So if you're going on a honeymoon, when you come back, you've something to look forward to with all the images ready. They're all in high resolution with permission to print. Also, we supply a social media file, so they're protected for you, so you can share them with family and friends on social media. Typically on a wedding day, we will take between 2,500 and 6,000 images. You basically get everything that we take. We don't go down a route of, we take 1,000, you get the best 200. It's your wedding day, we photograph your wedding your way. During the day, we perform all the group pictures from a traditional point of view. So as soon as you're married, the first thing we do is a group of everybody, a group of family, and a group of friends. Wherever possible, we will be able to get out of a window to do aerial shots for your group picture, typically like in a heart shape. We also do confetti shots from that area as well. All your traditional family pictures, like the one on screen at the minute with parents, brothers, sisters, are all rattled off literally in 10-15 minutes. So you're not going to be all day doing this. When you sit down to eat, we'll be doing the work for the evening, because it basically doesn't stop just at your first dance in the evening. When your evening starts, the big screen will have gone up and we have a slideshow of all your wedding day pictures. That also includes all your pre-wedding shoot pictures and any pictures that you would like to supply us from your family's past, holidays, stag do's, and we'll scan them up and put them into the slideshow in the evening. Also, during the day and the evening, we photograph all your guests in couples or in groups. We print out a 6x4 mounted picture. I'll just see if I've got an example. And we roughly do 100 plus of these. What we then do is the mounted pictures are then given to your guests as a favour gift from yourselves. So instead of them having a photograph of you two, the happy couple, which they can get later from you, they'll get a nice picture, a portrait of themselves in the finery during the day and the evening. We also offer in the evening that we do what we call our daft stuff, which is the games. So if it's your cup of tea, we'll turn up with giant space hoppers, boxing gloves, tug of war rope, and we have a bit of fun in the evening. Package-wise, we've started doing a new lockdown package, which is mainly aimed towards the situation that we're in, running till the end of March at least, where for the intimate wedding, where there's up 15 guests, which is only what we're allowed at the minute, and considering that there's not going to be any evening do, we can cover everything with the pre-wedding shoot, 2 of us, some printing, signature mount for a later date if you wish to have a party afterwards when things have calmed down a little bit. And we can do that package from as little as £350. As normal packages start from £799, which include full coverage from 2 hours before until it's gone dark. Because of course, once it's gone dark, we will bury you for 10-15 minutes to do as nighttime photography, which includes the brolly shots. Also becoming very popular now is the sparklers, where we involve your bridal party eventually, where we've got them with sparklers where they'll spell out the word love, and then we get you two doing a love art out sparklers. Also, what's been really popular, and we've done this in all climates of weather, is in the daytime we'll do the smoke bombs, which has been really good, adds a bit of colour, gets your guests involved, and as you can see, the effects are absolutely stunning. We're open to any suggestions and any ideas that you've got. Just for an example, we've just had an inquiry and a booking for a couple that wanted a fairground wedding, but because down to the cost of the actual fairground rounds, which are extortionate, we came up with the idea of doing a coconut shy, bobbing apples, and other fairground type games, which have included for them. So they're being produced over the next couple of months. Also, working with Tom, which has been a breath of fresh air, is an excellent top-rate videographer. So we're offering a video package as well, which included in most of our packages, there will be a bullet point video. So what will get covered from 3 camera angles, and also the groom will be mic'd up as well for the best quality of audio, is you will get your ceremony, the speeches, and the first dance covered. And we're including that in most of our packages. Extended video is available to an extra cost, but it's not silly money. So it can all be edited up at a later date, put to your choice of music with menus, titles, and sent to you digitally with the option to share with your friends and family. The last wedding we did was should have been the Friday after the lockdown on the Thursday. That was brought forward to the Tuesday, so we've literally got a day's notice to get everything organised. Tom videoed it superbly. We got the full range of the photography that we normally offer, and considering it was a Tuesday wedding, those images and the video was completed and supplied to the bride and groom on the following Thursday. So literally 48 hours after the wedding, everything was delivered and sorted. We enjoy doing this, there's a passion in this. If you want any help and advice regarding any aspect of your wedding, regardless whether it's photography or not, we've got 30 years plus experience of doing this. Luckily, being brought up in the film era, it gives you a better outlook on ideas for photography. We don't have an area that we particularly work in. We'll consider nationwide bookings. We had a couple of European bookings this year, but unfortunately, COVID put a stop to that, and they've been moved to next year. Wedding Fayres Yorkshire have been a massive help during this lockdown, keeping everybody interested. It would have been very easy to everybody to kind of tread water and not do anything. But with these virtual wedding fairs, it's given us the opportunity to get ourselves out there. They've been very, very supportive of all their suppliers, and we would like to thank them very much for what they've done. We can't wait to get back to the proper wedding fairs, of which we're really looking forward to the big one in Barnsley in a couple of weeks, and the Huddersfield one in a couple of weeks, of course. But that'll have to wait till next year and years beyond. Any questions? Tom's at the other end to answer them. Any suggestions that you've got, you're more than welcome to give us a call. We can talk through your day. We don't work with any pressure, very easy going. We have a lot of fun on your day, and we turn your wedding into an event. Any questions, we'll answer them at a later. But thank you for your time. We look forward to seeing you again. Everybody take care. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of a nightmare now. Am I live? I don't know if I am live or not, because my computer just crashed and I've just had to switch it to my phone. So I can't see anything right now apart from me on the front of my camera. So this could be an absolute nightmare. But anyway, I am live. Gosh, so you saw me fiddling around there. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so welcome to my living room. It's chaotic as always. My name is Tracy. I'm the face behind Boho Ceremonies, and I'm a celebrant. And I just want to say thank you to Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for hosting yet another amazing virtual wedding fair today. It's great that we can all keep connected with fellow suppliers, and you poor people out there that are having to postpone, but still keep getting excited. Get excited for your weddings, because it is going to happen. So as I said, I'm a celebrant, and some people still are not quite sure what a celebrant is, because we aren't that well known in this area as we are maybe say down south. So just a little quick info about a celebrant. Now, I'm an independent celebrant, which means that I can take ceremonies for weddings, vow renewals, baby namings, memorials, celebrations of life, anything you want basically. And the difference between myself and say a registrar or a minister that might be taking a wedding is that we create all the ceremonies from scratch. So when I sit down to write about your wedding and create your ceremony, I'm staring at a blank computer screen. There's nothing there. There's no pre-written script. I start from scratch. And that is the difference between, say, if you're looking into having a registrar for your ceremony, they have pre-written scripts, and you could get a choice of a couple of them. You choose which one, and then they literally insert your names into that script. And that could be the same as, you know, your friend's wedding that you went to 2 weeks ago. It could be exactly the same script. You know, if you're at that age where all your friends are getting married, it might be the same one over and over again that you're seeing. So if you want something that is more personal to you, it represents you as a couple, your story. That's why I got into being a celebrant. You know, there's just much more to your stories than that generic script. So that is the main difference. We write from scratch, and by doing that, it just opens up a whole, well, your imagination, basically. If you've ever seen Don't Tell the Bride, it will always be a celebrant that's taken the ceremonies on there. You know, when you see them up in an aeroplane, or up a side of a mountain, or on these random places they choose to use on Don't Tell the Bride, it is always a celebrant they're using. It wouldn't be allowed with a registrar. Our weddings aren't legally recognised as yet, and I'll say as yet because we are campaigning furiously to make our weddings legally recognised and binding. But do not let that put you off. You know, people say, but isn't it cheating if you have a celebrant? Do we have to pretend it's not a real wedding? Your wedding is your wedding. You are choosing that day in front of your guests and all the people you care for to say your vows, exchange your rings. We still do everything like that. That is your wedding day. You're by no means cheating. The only difference is that you would have gone to a registry office previously, and all you're doing there to make it legal that you're married is you sign the wedding register, just like you would register a birth or a death. That's what you're doing there. You just book the basic ceremony, 2 witnesses, and you just go in and sign the wedding book just to say that you are registered. It's as simple as that. It costs between £47 to £67 roughly, I think. You take your 2 witnesses. You don't have to go in your wedding dresses or what, you know, whatever you're choosing to get married in. You save that for your actual wedding ceremony celebration day. You know, you don't go that. Save it all. Save the rings. Save the vows. Just go and register your marriage. That's all. And then by doing that, that gives you the absolute freedom to have the day completely how you want it. So if you want to be, you know, get married on Withersea Beach, say at 6 a.m. as the sun's rising, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. If you want a small and intimate wedding in your garden, it's not a problem. Anywhere that is special to you as a couple, obviously subject to permission given to landowners, you know, you can do it. You can go wherever you want. You're not bound by all the legalities and the rules and restrictions that you would have if you had a registrar at your wedding. Saying that, you know, a celebrant still goes to all the beautiful licensed venues. We've got some amazing licensed venues in our area. So don't think that when you go to a venue and you find a venue, that you have to then still go down the registrar route because it's licensed. You don't. You still have that choice to do the signing of the book separately and have your wedding with a celebrant, because then that's still in these gorgeous licensed venues. It's still giving you your chance to have your ceremony completely personalized. Okay, so I'm just going to let you know now that I can't see any comments. So if you are commenting, I really can't see anything. So I'm so sorry. So if there are any questions, what I'm going to have to do is look back on the feed later. So I'm not ignoring you. It's just nothing is coming up on my phone as I'm doing this. So I will just carry on talking about the day. So other ways we can make your ceremony personal. So say, for example, this is your second marriage and you've already got children from your first marriage, but you want to bring them into your wedding. You can do. You know, you can have a ceremony and have maybe a sand blending where I say I've got little jars here. I'll show you just for example. I don't know if you can see that. So this, for example, says his, and then there's I've got a hairs one. It could be, you know, Mr. and Mr., Mrs. and Mrs., you know, it could be anything that you want. And then what you do, you've got sand in all of these jars. You can have children's sand ones, different colours. Then you all take it in turns, pouring sand into the jar, and you're left with all these beautiful layers. You know, you're all separate humans, but you're coming together as one family. It's blending the families together. So it's like saying, yes, you're single, yes, you're independent, but together you're stronger. And then you can take that home with you and you put it somewhere you can look at it, and you've always got that memory of that beautiful wedding. And that sand blending. So you could do that with children, or you could do it with, say, the parents of the couple. So again, it's blending the families together. It's just gorgeous. Also use that on naming days as well. You know, it's lovely. Who's heard of tying the knot? When you say it, we still use that phrase, don't we? We don't always know what it means when we're saying, yeah, oh yeah, they're tying the knot. It actually does have a meaning. It dates right back from pagan times. Say you're in a village and there was no official there at the time, but you wanted to get married. So the villagers would tie a knot, like your hands in a knot, or like that, and you'd have your hands bound and you were officially married. You would tie the knot until a time when you could be officially registered. So that's where the saying tie the knot comes from. We sometimes say tying the knot or hand fasting. They are actually two different things. So hand fasting is becoming very, very popular at the moment. And you have like ribbons and cords like this, and they're wrapped around you both like this and tied in a knot. And that is symbolizing your commitment to each other. You're tying yourselves together. It's a beautiful ceremony. And again, there are ways that you can include family, friends, anybody who would like to into that, because you could have these ones are I've already made those. These were for a wedding shoot that we did not long ago, so I did them in the theme colours of the shoot. So you can have them made to your colour theme, any colours that mean something to you, or anything. But if you want to make it so other members can join in, they could bring an individually coloured ribbon, just a single ribbon strand, and come up to you at the chosen part in the ceremony, and they could all lay their ribbon over your joined arms together, again symbolising the two families coming together, or the children from the separate marriages, you know, and then they'd be tied together in a knot, symbolising the unity of not just you two, but everybody there as well. It is really lovely. Or you can literally tie the knot. And because of all this, what we're going through right now with COVID, there's still a way of doing this where the celebrant doesn't actually have to wrap them around, so we don't have to get too near. And you're tying the knot yourselves. I know it sounds strange, but there is a way of doing it. And then as you walk away and pull away, you've tied the infinity knot in the middle of the rope. It's amazing. And it always gets a big cheer. It's a really lovely thing to do. So there's lots of different ways that a ceremony with a celebrant, with myself, can be totally personalised. I'll give you another example. And this is actually one of my favourites. Not because it involves alcohol, but because it is just something that carries on after the ceremony. So it's called the wine box ceremony. So you do actually have a box that is big enough to fit bottles in. It doesn't have to be wine. Whatever your favourite drink is, mine at this time is Bailey's. Always this time of year it is Bailey's. So whenever you're getting married, whatever your favourite drink is, wine, vodka, you know, fruit juice, it doesn't have to be, I'm not endorsing alcohol by any means. And you both choose your favourite bottle. At this point in the ceremony, you will both put your bottles in this box. And also in this box will go letters that you've written to each other, sealed in an envelope. Neither of you have seen what you've written. You'll pop that into the box along with any memories that you might have, a receipt from the first meal you went together, or a first concert you went, anything like that, pop in the box. And then the box is sealed and locked. You choose when to open it. I always think a lovely time to open it is on your first wedding anniversary. So when that comes along, you unlock the box, pour yourself your favorite drinks, pass each other the messages, the letters that you've written to each other the year before, and look through all your memories. What a gorgeous way to enjoy your first wedding anniversary, and it'll bring it right back to your wedding day, when you actually did that. It is so special. So there's so many things you can, do with a celebrant. And like I say, the cliche, your day, your way. It is cliche, but it's also true. Whatever you want on your day, whatever theme you want, if you want to dress up, whatever you want to do, we can do. I've got a theatrical background. I used to be a professional dancer. I love wearing costumes, whatever. I'm up for it all. So don't be afraid to ask any questions, anything you want to know about what celebrants do. Like I say, the only thing that limits you with a celebrant wedding is your own imagination. You can run wild. Anything as a child that you wanted to bring to your ceremony, you can do that. If you want your dog to walk you down the aisle, oh gosh, that's amazing. I am such an animal lover. If you want it in a woodland, wherever you want it, it can be in an unlicensed venue. It's not a problem. It can be in your garden shed. It can be in a teepee. There is no limit. Absolutely no limit. It's such a personal ceremony. One that is personal, not just for you, but for everybody there. Because I always say I want everybody to feel completely part of it and not just witnessing it. I want everybody to feel that they're in with this, not just sat thinking, oh, is it time for a drink yet? So that is basically what I do. I've called myself boho ceremonies because boho to me is like free spirits, and anybody that chooses a celebrant, it's got to be a bit of a free spirit because you want your day differently. So that's why it's boho, not because I only take ceremonies outside. I'll do ceremonies wherever you want them. I do love the outdoors, I have to say, but so you can find me on bohoceremonies.com. Drop me an email, or on Facebook, boho ceremonies, anything you want to ask me. Again, I'm on Instagram as well. And I just hope that you'll have a think about maybe contacting a celebrant. There's plenty of us in the area, lots of different celebrants now. And it's just such a lovely way to make your wedding more personal to you, to tell your love story, everything about you, and not have anything generic in it whatsoever. So thank you all so much for joining, and I'm so sorry I've not been able to answer any questions. If you've asked any, I promise I will look back on this later. Thank you.
So there we go, guys. Tracy, thank you so much indeed for that wonderful video. Some really lovely ideas there about how to make your wedding day and even afterwards a really special and memorable moment. That's all of our suppliers that have showcasing for today, guys. Thank you so much indeed for watching. Please make sure you go and check out their own social media pages. Though some of them will be making some special products or services focused on Christmas. Hopefully you can tell from the presentations today that they do put their life and soul into these businesses. Lots of them are solo owner operators, and I'm sure with everything that's gone off this year, they'll be very, very grateful for the business. So we are back next Sunday on the 29th for the virtual show for Wakefield. So please do check our Facebook page. 12 o'clock next Sunday, we'll be back with another selection of suppliers to showcase for you. Guys, thank you so much indeed for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you soon.